Welcome to Reveal This. Today, we reveal Jay Leno. Jay Leno has spent most of his life in motion. Late-night stages, roaring engines, packed comedy clubs, and garages filled with cars that never stop moving. For decades, speed was his comfort. Then, in November 2022, everything nearly ended in an instant. While working on a vintage steam car in his garage, a fuel line malfunction sent gasoline spraying across his face. A spark ignited it, engulfing him in flames. The burns were severe, requiring multiple surgeries and skin grafts. For most people, that would have meant stopping. Jay didn't. Days after leaving the burn center, he was back on stage, joking through the pain, treating motion as medicine. Just 2 months later, another accident struck. While test riding a restored 1940 Indian motorcycle, Jay hit an unmarked wire stretched across a parking lot. He was thrown from the bike, breaking his collarbone, cracking ribs, and shattering both kneecaps. This time, the damage couldn't be laughed off as easily. Recovery demanded stillness, something Jay had avoided his entire life. 2 serious accidents in less than a year were no longer bad luck. They were warnings. Jay Leno never believed in standing still. Long before fame, he lived out of his car, showered at gyms, and chased any stage that would let him perform. Comedy wasn't just a career. It was survival. If he worked, he ate. If he stopped, everything felt uncertain. That mindset never changed, even after success. As host of The Tonight Show, Jay showed up early, stayed late, and never coasted. Work made him feel safe. Motion meant control. But the accidents forced a pause he couldn't override. His body demanded rest. Friends stopped praising his toughness and started worrying about his limits. For the first time, the conversation around Jay wasn't about work ethic. It was about whether he should slow down. Then came the quiet turning point no one expected. In 2024, Jay filed for conservatorship over his wife, Mavis, following her dementia diagnosis. The move shocked the public, but it wasn't about power or control. It was about protection. Mavis, his partner of decades, was slowly losing memories, routines, and recognition. Jay stepped into the role of full-time caregiver, reorganizing his life around her needs. This was not something he could outwork or joke through. Caregiving demanded patience, presence, and repetition. For a man who built his identity on momentum, this role required stillness. Jay began turning down long tours, booking shows closer to home, and structuring his days around medical appointments and familiar routines. He didn't announce a retirement. He simply chose to be home. "I like taking care of her," he said, and that sentence explained everything. Jay Leno didn't slow down because of failure, age, or fear. He slowed down because of love. After a lifetime of chasing applause, engines, and deadlines, he found purpose in showing up quietly for one person, every day. In an industry built on noise and constant motion, Jay Leno discovered that sometimes the most meaningful role is played far from the spotlight, in stillness, with no audience at all.